Hello everyone, welcome to my Grand Forest rookie walkthrough video. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the shots I'll use and some of the possible alternatives. Please be aware that the wind we see in this video will not necessarily be the actual tournament wind, but wind from shots that I've previously taken. Play the course according to your clubs, your balls, and your skill level, and know that you may have to adapt, adjust, and make a few different choices to suit what works best for you. Let's get into it. Hello there, welcome to hole number 1 of the Grand Forest tournament. I play here with a power 3 ball and an extra mile. The idea here for me is to play directly over to this second fairway and give ourselves the best chance for an eagle. Now, in this wind condition, I'm playing with a couple bars of topspin, maximum right spin. You may or may not need to use a little bit of overpower for this drive. We just have to judge it according to the wind and the reach that you get with your clubs. Obviously, bring the driver with the most distance, and you can really shorten the gap on this hole. Ideally, you just want to play it up to this similar position close to the end of the first fairway, but not too close to the rough. Second shot here, I'm playing a mid-thorn at 10% distance. Going to adjust, for 1 to 2 bars of backspin, depending on your preference. And really just a very straightforward play. Line it up, knock it down. You could play here with the Hornet or whatever kind of short iron floats your boat. Just know that with a nice, controlled, long drive, we can set ourselves up here for an opening hole eagle that will absolutely set the tone for the rest of your round. Good luck, everyone here in the Grand Forest. So here on our first par 3, I think we absolutely have our first excellent chance for a hole-in-one. I like to do the rough bump here with my quarterback and a navigator ball. 20% minimum distance on this shot. Give it about 3 to 3.5 bars of backspin, depending on the wind, and 1 bar of right spin. Now, I set up that yellow ring in the middle of the rough, favoring the top edge of the yellow ring, nearest the fringe, but typically not quite touching. And I've found in my examples that if I have the tip of the ball guide just slightly left of the pin, I often get a pretty good result. You'll see here we're going to just sneak in just on the right side, so be aware, but this is a great chance for a drop. Alright guys, so here on hole number 3, this par 5 can be played in many different ways. In rookie, I tend to enjoy playing it on the left-hand side, but from the second tee, you'll probably see me play the right route, or the right-hand side route. Power 3 ball and a big topper on this drive, and I adjust this shot at 10% downhill elevation. Now you saw me give it not quite full topspin here. I'd give it maximum topspin and then as much right spin as will be allowed without taking away from any of that topspin. As well, with the power 3 ball, depending on the wind, I do push it up and give it a little bit of overpower here. You have to gauge the wind angle and velocity, and I also recommend hitting perfect here. But we got away with this one, and it left us nicely in the center of the fairway for a second shot. Now, on this second shot, the goal for me is really just to play for eagle. As you can see, we can't reach. We are not, able to get up any closer. And that gives us a really difficult way to try to play. So ideally then, just give it maximum right spin, a bar or 2 of top spin if necessary. And don't be afraid of this green. And you see here, a little bit of right curl just to get this ball to bounce on that fairway and up to the green. The reason I picked this example is it shows you this slope on the back. How even with a little bit hot, it's rolling on back to give you a putt for eagle, which honestly in the rookie division is going to give you a great score on this hole, more often than not. Okay, so if you want to play for Albatross, this is the way I like to do it. You're going to bring the same big topper, but we're going to bring a Zerk here. Now, I definitely should have used the same, like I said before, maximum topspin and as much right spin as the ball and club will allow. You'll notice that I don't need to push back up here, and I'm not giving it nearly the kind of overpower because the reach of that power 5 ball does make this drive significantly easier to play. As well, we're going to have a lot more reach for the second shot, which is going to give us the opportunity to set up again with the sniper, but we're going to be able to play the rough bump. So the drive was 10% downhill elevation. Second shot, sniper, 10% downhill. Now you see me here setting up with the left edge of the yellow ring, touching the edge of the rough. I want to see you give this at least a bar of left spin and 3.5 bars of top spin, so that we can set up more so with the left edge of the red ring touching the fairway there. No need to have to worry about hitting great left and flying it way out behind the green. This is an excellent way to play this hole. In fact, this is what you'll probably see me play if you come to the stream. But boy, oh boy, we don't want to set up quite so close. These Eagle Peak holes are tough. I think this is actually one of the more makeable ones that they've given us. Looking to get most of my drops in the Sequoia Creek part of the Grand Forest tournament. However, a little bit more careful there. We got ourselves an Albatross. Okay, so hole number 4. Now this is a shot that I play at 10% maximum distance from the right or the left side. You see me setting up here on the right side with a spin 3 ball and a long iron. Now, I got a Saturn here. You can bring your Backbone, your Goliath, really whatever you like. I give it maximum left spin, just a tiny bit of top spin. So that second bounce, as you can see, is just past the bunker. Adjust, and because of the slope here on the right side, we don't need to give it any left curl. However, if you do find yourself in a left or right wind, I want to set up on the left side, and I want to end up giving it a little bit of right curl. I play this hole according to the wind. I think it gives us the best chance for a drop. Honestly, especially in rookie with the kind of ball guides we're working with, this is a really low chance of a hole-in-one, at least for me. This has been a tough one. If you got the money shot, send it to erelicgaming@gmail.com. Okay, so once again, we find ourselves with a par 4 that's very, very makeable for Eagle. Setting up this drive here with a Zerk. Extra mile, we're going to give it maximum top spin and maximum right spin. You will also see me give this drive a little bit of right curl and as much overpower as you're really comfortable with. This is the kind of shot that it's a little bit, unnerving. Playing between the trees. If you want, there's definitely a play to the left side. You could curl it in with a quarterback and have a much longer approach shot. But I really want to show you this shot because I know you want to play to win. And I believe that this route is makeable by the majority of players with careful management of the setup. And as you can see, it leaves us a really, really good position to get that eagle. Now, you know how competitive courses are these days. This is the way you want to play if you're going to get yourself any sort of a deuce on this hole. Standard wedge play, Firefly. I wish I had the Endbringer, but I play this one at 0% with the Firefly. If I'm playing with a low-level Endbringer, as per Jareday's Endbringer school, I'd go 15% and check my distance. If I was playing with a level 5 Endbringer or higher, I'd probably be in pro or expert. Good luck on hole number 5. Welcome to hole number 6. I played this shot here with a quarterback and a spin 3 ball. Now, I definitely recommend a Kingmaker if you can afford one, because we also want to have that distance for the second shot. Set it up with the red or the blue ring, touching the rough there, and you want to have that second bounce very close or onto the second fairway. 20% maximum distance here, and I'm going to give it maximum right curl. If you've got a level 1 APOC, this is not a bad time to use it, but the quarterback is absolutely workable, as well as the rock if you've got one of those. So second shot, I like to bring the Viper because it gives me a decent ball guide. Now, if you've got a higher level sniper, by all means, but I like to bring the Viper here because it gives me the 3 bars of backspin, which I find to be just perfect. And again, we're going to use maximum left spin with that spin 3 ball. Helps us stay away from that big central fairway tree. And I think it gives us the perfect setup to get down and close to the hole, because truly this is a great chance for an Albatross coming in with a wood club. Let's hope for the same kind of tailwind here. And this Kingmaker also gives us a lovely low wind, which, as you know, increases our chance for the drop. Good luck getting your Albatross on hole number 6. Welcome to hole number 7. I've always played this hole with a Backbone, but you could really use almost any long iron. But I do recommend using a side spin 3 or more side spin ball, and approximately 1 bar of topspin depending on the wind. Of course, if we get a big headwind here, we might use a little bit more. We're just going to have to wait and see. The landing position, I had that red ring touching the rough, and then the second bounce, you'll notice that was just between that central fairway hazard and the fringe. Estimating that ball guide is tough. The higher level ball guide you have here, I think the better. But ultimately, a straightforward hole that can be difficult to dial in. That landing spot is absolutely crucial. Good luck on hole number 7. Hole number 8 is one of my favorite Eagle Peak holes. Now, you can play this one a few different ways. I've definitely seen some people come in from the far right and curl it and overpower it down towards the green. I've seen some players give it an aggressive shot up and over these trees, but I like to finesse it through with, I'm using a power 0 ball here, because if we pull back much more into minimum, we'll actually be into our wood club. So maximum top spin on the big topper club and about a bar of left spin. And I like to aim between those two trees. Now you can aim to the bigger gap to the left of it. They both work. 10% minimum adjustment here on this drive. And depending on the wind, if we've got a headwind or a crosswind, we can use a little different ball. But the Marlin works absolutely perfectly, so no real reason to go otherwise. And if it works out, it leaves us nicely down there with a 0% wedge play. Follow the end bringer rule or whatever you've got, really. It doesn't really matter. If this is another one of the par 4s, as you can see in this tournament, I'm honestly going to say right now that you need to be dropping all 3 of these par 4s if you want to have any kind of chance in the weekend. It's going to be a low-scoring tournament, but nothing crazy. I think because those Eagle Peak holes are going to help bring people down to earth, except for this one. This is a great chance here. Good luck. Hole number 8. Here we go. Hole number 9, a par 5 from Sequoia Creek. I actually think this is one of the harder Sequoia Creek holes that we have in this tournament. I like to play the drive here with a Titan ball, mainly for the second shot reach, and a quarterback. Now, depending on the wind, in this kind of wind, I'm giving it that top spin and left spin. You really want to be careful here. It is easy to roll through all the way into the rough, which we do not want to do. So take care. It's better to be a tiny little bit short on this drive than it is to go, and worry about pushing it too far. As you can see, we're already getting up there just comfortably, so be careful. Now on the second shot here, you want to either bring your big dog, because it's got great distance and enough topspin to help you pull off this shot, as you can see. So we're going to go like 6 bars, I think would have been perfect, as you see in the outcome. But this is also an excellent opportunity to use your horizon if you have one in a half-decent level. Can be tough if you hit great, but the extra ball guide actually can give you a much nicer chance. And I'll give you a secret. You want to come in with max top and max left spin. Set it up a little further to the right on the fairway, and there is a bit of a trickle-down funnel that you can find. You might need like a horizon, 4+, I think, to find it, but nonetheless, this should be a straightforward eagle with a reasonable chance for a drop. I wish you the very best of luck in this Grand Forest tournament. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in to my rookie walkthrough for the Grand Forest tournament. If you have any comments or feedback, please leave it in the comments section below. Otherwise, don't forget to subscribe to Erelic Gaming so you don't miss out on any of my future content. Take care.